Hello and welcome to another episode of Grading These Teams 2023 season. Today, we will be discussing the New England Patriots, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this team. We just got the recent news that Mac Jones just got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So what an absolute treat to be able to talk about that topic. But we have a lot more too, as far as Bill Belichick parting ways with the Patriots, how horrible this season went. I want to get right into it. I'm just going to tell you all, I've graded the New England Patriots at a D minus. Okay. And if you watch this show, if you know me, I'm not high on the Patriots. I've never been high on Mac Jones, but believe it or not, I did not have the lowest grade for them. So I had them as D minus this past 2023 season. Reed, another host on this show, had them at a C minus, but Vincent, the handsome guy on this show, had him at an F minus. I was mind blown. I was like, wow. So I'd love to get his take on why he graded them an F minus. But while we're here, let's get right into it. The New England Patriots, they finished off the season 4-13, finishing last in their division, finishing the last game of the season, losing against the New York Jets. I know no one wants to talk about that except for Jets fans. And what an absolute pleasure. So I guess you could technically crown the Jets as the final blow to Bill Belichick's career with the New England Patriots, if you want to name it that. But what a horrible season, right? You have Mac Jones, who you could say, oh, he didn't get any help. Bill Belichick didn't do anything to help him out. No big-time offensive line signings. You have a defensive coordinator and a special teams guy calling offensive plays. I mean, he was set up for failure. Okay, you could say that a little bit, right? But look at all the success that they had out there in New England. I just wasn't that big on Mac Jones. I don't see him as a franchise quarterback. They did go out there. They got them a Juju Smith-Schuster to help out that offense. They went ahead and got Ezekiel Elliott to help out that backfield, which I didn't like that at all. I didn't like both signings, to be completely honest with you guys. Juju Smith-Schuster, I didn't think that high of him. I think he's a complimentary wide receiver, so you need someone out there he could follow behind, and he wasn't relevant at all. His biggest issue was unable to extend plays, unable to break these tackles, and he's not valuable on that team. So I think that was a bad signing. Ezekiel Elliott, you could say he was a lifesaver whenever Ramondre Stevenson went down with injury, but that was Ramondre Stevenson's backfield, and you kind of took that away from him, especially early in the season. I didn't like that very much. I thought Ramondre did enough to solidify himself as the starter and pretty much the main back out there in New England. But moving on to Mac Jones, this is fun, right? So Mac Jones, he goes out there and he plays horrendous. It's just as bad as getting a high ankle sprain. If you get the reference, you get it. But he goes out there, does horrible. The team finishes 4-13. He gets sat towards the end of the season for Bailey Zappi, and he gets the greatest coach to coach the game fired, right? You can say whatever you want. You got fired, you got let go, they departed ways, whatever. It is what it is. He's out in New England because of the situations that happen. Mac, whether you want to blame it on Mac or you want to blame it on the past few years, because these past few years, the Patriots have been abysmal. It has been horrendous of what they've been doing. And for the first time in my lifetime, you could pretty much, talk when you talk about the Patriots, you're talking about an irrelevant team. That's how you can describe them, being irrelevant. Everyone on that offense, on that defense, and it sucks because I like some of these players, but the team as a whole, that's what you can say, is that they are irrelevant. And can they bounce back? Will they bounce back? They have new head coach Jerome Mayo, which Robert Kraft is very excited about, and he came out at a press conference and said, hey, we got ourselves a coach who could relate to these young players. So there's some clues out there, right? Why they decided to part ways with Bill Belichick. He was incapable of relating to these young players to help develop them, to help grow. That old school mentality did not work with this generation's players, right? So that's what I'm getting off of that. Is John Mayo the best fit for that team? Yes, he's familiar with the organization. He's familiar with Robert Kraft. They have that connection. They have that relationship. I don't think it was the best idea, right? You have a very young team, a team that's going to be rebuilding again, with a brand new head coach. I don't like the idea. I don't think they're going to find success there, but I'm excited to see how it turns out, right? So they have themselves a new head coach. Robert Kraft seems to be happy. And then Mac Jones is off to Jacksonville. No longer is Mac Jones New England's problem. Now, I did not agree with this totally. I thought Jacksonville had more concerns to address, and I felt like they had just a fine backup with CJ Beathard, but now they have Mac Jones. I really don't know what's going on there or what the thought process is, but good for Mac Jones. I think this would be an excellent way for him to keep on developing, learn, and actually get better to become or have a chance to become a franchise quarterback in this league. I still don't think it's going to happen though. But going back to New England, what do they do forward, right? Where do they go? They have to get themselves a rookie quarterback in the draft, right? They got a high draft pick. I feel like they're going to end up with someone like Drake May. I feel like they should also sign a veteran quarterback that's in the league. Maybe they go visit some old faces, maybe the Jacoby Brissett or maybe a Jimmy Garoppolo. He had some success out there in New England, but whole new area, whole new stage, whole new playing field for the New England Patriots. I'm very curious to see what they do going forward. I'm not excited, but just curious. So those are my thoughts of the 2023 season for the New England Patriots. If you do like these videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let us know what team you want us to cover next. And until next time, keep on grinding.